Hello, my darling Fumi Nation. How are you? How are we? I'm always happy when I speak to you guys. You give me so much love and positivity. Thank you really and truly for all of the love, for all of the positivity, for all of the messages that you sent me. I live for you guys. My name is Fumidesaluvold. For those of you that are stopping by for the very first time, you're so very welcome. Passing through these YouTube streets to stop by at my postcode. I live for it. I do live for it. Tiffany Haddish has responded to Katt Williams. She responded to him when she was on stage, when she was performing out there, and she thought, you know what, let me respond to this brother right here. I won't respond to him directly, but I will respond as in he'll get the response or he'll hear of the response. Let's listen up.
Any of these entities, because I can't be jealous. I've never seen them have anything that I ever wanted. If you sign up for their program, you get a light-skinned, weird face wife that never do an interview.
Oh, man,
listen, in 20 years won't do an interview. Nobody's ever talked to her, and she's never been interviewed anywhere. And now, understand, I'm not talking about one person. What I just told you applies to 7 people. How they all end up with that. That's part of what you get. I came in this business saying I was going to expose. When I talked about Michael Jackson, when I talked about R. Kelly, they canceled me for these things because why would you talk about another black dude? Race is not where the line is drawn. It's God's side and the other side. And we don't care nothing about the other side. Period. Period. All of these big deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. T.G. Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. The truth is the light.
I need to have another one of these.
Amen. Amen.
Gee. I kind of get one here.
Right.
After that, I don't really kind of know where to go. Let me, one more time.
Right.
We good now?
Because the people want to know, well, why would he get blackballed?
Yeah,
oh,
I was gonna ask you that.
Because in 30 years, I've done nothing but collect information, knowledge, and your secrets. So if you and a man was in a corner doing something you wasn't supposed to be doing...
You will tell it?
No, somebody come to tell me.
Okay.
I gather that, I value that, I'll pay for that. Come, tell me. I know so many things I shouldn't know, and they all know it. They all know it. Why? Because you don't make me the villain. Not the guy that raises black children and ain't never done a hard drug in his life and don't have no stories of doing nobody dirty. And they'll just go out and they'll lie. The industry doesn't mess with Katt because he didn't show up for the studio. No studios have ever said that. Look at my IMDB. It will show you that no studio has ever lost money with me on the script. How? That's why I'm saying, that's why I can't let Ricky Smiley say he was supposed to play Money Mike. Because I wrote the words for Money Mike. I designed the hair for Money Mike. I collaborated with the wardrobe department and made outfits to make sure that no one in America would be wearing what Money Mike was wearing. I told them to go get the Prowler. I then told them to paint it purple. I told them don't have an actor playing a pimp. We could get an actual pimp, Archbishop Magic Don Juan to play. Like, I did far too much work for somebody to come years later and try to tag along just for their own self-aggrandizement.
Why didn't Cube set the record straight? Terry Crews could have set the record straight. Mike Epps could have set the record straight. Why none of them set the record straight?
That's what you were supposed to ask him when he told you those lies that no one's ever heard. Right, but he's telling you something no one's ever heard of. Nobody has ever heard, oh, Ben Affleck and Matt Damon was in a movie, and somebody said, y'all should switch roles. Like, this is a business.
But that's the thing, Katt. Normally when people will give you information, I'm thinking I'm hearing it for the first time, and they're giving information no one else knows or have ever heard. So I'm taking them at face value.
These are like, this is like Steve Harvey telling people he used to be homeless. That's my story. That's not his story. story. Steve Harvey wasn't never homeless. When Mark Curry was touring with him 25 years ago, he was making $3,000 a show in cash and doing 5 shows a week. They just tell the stories. Thanks to my wife, I'm where I am. You said that about the first wife. You forget that? You told us it was her. Then you went and married somebody else that think like a man. Like, what are you talking about? They think they can rewrite history. Guy Torrey did a beautiful special about the Comedy Store and Fat Tuesday, where he said that Steve and Cedric and Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish came through there and made... All lies. Steve and Cedric never performed at the Comedy Store at all. Tiffany was only seen at the Laugh Factory. In 15 years in Hollywood, no one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show, there being a line for him ever getting a standing ovation at any comedy club. He already had his deals when he got here. Have we heard of a comedian that came to L.A. and in his first year in L.A. he had his own sitcom on network television and had his own movie called Soul Plane that he was leading? No, we've never heard of that before that person or since that person. What do you think a plant is? Maybe people don't understand the definitions of these words.
Doing shit. I was on That's So Raven. I was on all this shit. I did extra work. I was on all the white people TV shows, the black people TV shows. I used to be on Dance 360. I've been out here. I've been telling jokes since 1996. 1996. This man said, oh, they wouldn't let her perform in the Comedy Store. That's true. They wouldn't let me perform on the white nights in the Comedy Store, but I performed on all the black nights. They wouldn't let me perform on the white nights at the Improv, but I performed on all the black and Latino nights. And so the rest of my...
Interesting, isn't it? Interesting. It is what it is. It is what it is. Well, there you have it, my darlings. As far as I'm concerned, Tiffany is not my favorite person, and I will link a video down below. And as far as I'm concerned, she is completely cancelled, and I am not for the cancel culture, and I don't care for it. But in this particular case, when it comes to Tiffany Haddish, for me, she's cancelled. I don't care for her at all. Again, like I said, if you watch my video down below, you will know why. So it doesn't really matter in this unique case what Katt said about Tiffany. I will never ever have anything positive to say about her. And I stand 10 toes deep in that belief. All I can say is I'm a mom. I'm a mother. And once you're a mom, for me, let me speak for myself. When you become a mother, I realized that I was not only a mother to my child. I'm a mother to all children. It does not matter, even if you don't know me. If I see your child crossing the street and I can see that there's crazy traffic, I will stop back and take that baby across the street. If I see a child on their own with no adult, I will stop and find out where the adult is. You just become... I have become a mother to all children. And I love it. I will always be that extra pair of eyes. And because of that, I don't have any love nor respect for Tiffany Haddish. And it's interesting that after that came out, that she was still embraced back in Hollywood, a Hollywood that I loved so much because of its art, a Hollywood that I've loved so much because I love being an actress. I began to love Hollywood a little less. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I am really grateful. You see this Father up above. I promise you, when something doesn't work out, you think it doesn't work out, He's protecting you. He's protecting you. He has something bigger. He has something better. You have to believe in it. Because when I look back now, I am so happy I left Hollywood. You take your talent with you. That never dies. But I remember really saying to myself, Fumi, go and get your family. Get your family, get married, settle down. You will lose nothing. You take it with you. You take everything with you. And if you come back, you come back. And if you don't, you don't. But you don't have to live here and stay here and think that you are missing something if you leave. Look at everything that has been pouring out. I just look back and I say, God, thank you. Don't forget to like, to subscribe, hit the notification button, and I will see you what? I'll see you sooner than later, my darlings. Love you.